Yeah, what's up, YouTube? Yeah, Chris coming at you here with another. This is gonna be a hat deck profile. So yeah, I've just been getting a little bit into hat and just built like a couple decks. So this is a cat. So it's Cardcar D, Artifact, and Traptrix. So I like Cardcar a little bit better because it just lets you just get a little bit more advantage. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the hands, but like I'll show you. I'll show you something later. I'll spice later, but yeah, let's get right into it. So starting off with the monsters. All right, so you got three card D. It's just like the main starter. It's like a good start of this deck, and it's just like a +1 by just like giving up your normal summon battle phase. So it just like puts you very far ahead, and you can just draw into more defense eventually, because you're playing a set 5 deck. So. And then for Traptrix monsters, we got 3 Murmillo. She allows you to just search. She's unaffected by whole trap cards, and also she allows you just search a whole trap card. Use normal summoning. Special summon pops a back row. And 3 Diane, 2 Dianea. Dianea is just to, like, bring back Murmillo, and then like when you bring back Murmillo, you could pop a card. Helps make rank 4s. Also, if a special summon, you can reset a whole trap card from your deck. I mean, from your graveyard. Then just onto the artifacts. Got 3 moral attack. This is like kind of like the card of the format. So there's like a lot of like cool tricks you can do with like the artifacts. So you can like Murmillo. You could call Haunted a Murmillo, bring it back, then like pop a moral attack to like pop a monster. And also, like, he's like a level 5, and he's like a +1. So, like, Sanctum is kind of like a +1. So, like, it's like the main disruption of the format, the artifacts. So, and then we have 2 Beagle Attack. Yeah, just Beagle Attack's just there to also, like, pop the Moral Attack, and, like, also helps just make rank 5s. Yeah, that's just it for the monsters. Onto spells, it's just 3 duality. You're not really like special summoning that much on like your beginning phase, so this duality just allows you to get just very far ahead. We got 3 ignition. So ignition allows you to like pop the artifacts or pop your opponent's back row. It allows you to deal with like floodgates. So it's very good. It's also kind of like another +1, and then we got 2 soul charge. So soul charge in this deck, I don't think it's that good. I've been actually thinking about like cutting it down to 1. But like sometimes when you're like soul charging back Murmillos, it allows you to pop, and like you can soul back multiple artifacts and just make a rank 5 from there if you want to make Pleiades or Durandal. So like this deck doesn't really like get that much monsters to the graveyard fast. It's not like Mermail or like Mythic Rule or Sylvan, which or Lightsworm, like decks that like have really good soul charges, but it's okay. It's kind of like the card of the format. And then just Dark Hole just helps you get rid of things. And then we'll go on to traps. This is a trap deck, so like you see a lot. You see 3 Sanctum. It's just like the card of the format. Just allows you to special summon an artifact from your deck. Usually you special summon Moral Attack and pop. And Moral Attack allows you to pop a card. And then if this card is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, it also gets to pop a card. So like it makes your opponent's blind MSTs horrible. And then for the whole package, we have Bottomless and 2 Traptrix Traptrix Nightmare. So Bottomless is very good in this format because it's very good against like opposing like soul charges. And Traptrix Traptrix Nightmare is also like a card that can like answer an opponent's board. So it can like answer a moral attack. It can answer like a Fell Grant. It can answer any of your opponent's cards that like activate their effects on that turn. So very good. Answers Exciton Knight, very important. 2 breakthrough skill. This is also just for opposing moral attacks. Also any other like floodgate type monsters. Like this deck has a real hard problem dealing with Stardust. So like breakthrough skill is very valuable, like just to deal with Stardust. Then 2 Fiendish Chain. Alright, so like the only real benefit Fiendish Chain has versus breakthrough skill is breakthrough skill gives you 2 negates. Fiendish Chain, if you like leave it up and like you have like a Durendal set and you don't have like any other back row, it can just, you can use Durendal for that, but it's not that good. 2 Call the Haunted. Call Haunt's very important in this deck. So it allows you to just revive like Murmillos, and usually you're just reviving Murmillos, Beagle tags or Moral tags, and just using their effects for a plus. Got 2 Wiretap. Wiretap's good. It's not good essentially for Soul Charge decks, but there's like a lot of like trap decks, and like this is like the main answer to Sanctum, because it allows you to just stop Sanctum and then you don't need to pop it and just shuffle it back to deck, and it allows your plays to just like stick through versus like your opponent's other traps. Then we just have a couple one-offs. Warning. Sorry, it's getting spawning Soul Charges. Compulse. Very important to out like opposing boards. Zen Main's actually another problem card for this deck to deal with. We have Breaker Skill for that. Torrential, very good. Just against opposing Soul Charge. And just a Black Horn. There's a lot of like XYZs in this format, so you kind of want that. Alright, I guess we'll go on to the extra deck. So for rank 5s, we have Durendal, Pleiades. This should be 2 Pleiades, I just don't have another one. Tyrus. Alright, so Durendal just allows you to just like when a monster or effect on the field or spell trap is activated, you can attach 1 material and just make that effect destroy 1 monster on the field. And Pleiades is just basically a compulse. So it allows you to also reuse like Fiendish Chains of Call Haunted, which are very relevant. So I guess that's another plus for Fiendish Call. And Tyrus, I don't even know if Tyrus does. It's just, I don't know, Tyrus doesn't come up that much. Zenmaido, just allows you to pop 2 sets. And then Volca and Gaia. Alright, so Volca is very important. So he allows you he's basically a Ring of Destruction, and then like you just overlay it into Gaia and then just do damage for game. Then just on for the rank 4 is Exciton. Exciton's like a main card in this format. So like you can't like overset and if you don't have an out to Exciton, whether that be like a Traptrix Nightmare, Fiendish Chain, a Breakthrough Skill, Black Horn, Warning, whatever. So like you always have to keep in mind Exciton in this format. 101, very good. Black Ship. I played Black Ship just to out like opposing problem things, just like opposing hands, and also just other things that just like can't be destroyed. Main thing are the hands and not Sin Mighty. The wind up card level 3. I'm going blank here. Dweller, just good against Mermill, against opposing hands. Dragon Ruler also. Mythic Ruler, very good against that. Emerald is kind of important. You don't make him that much, but like when he comes up, you just recycle all your like artifacts if you went through all them. Giant Hand. So this was a prize card back then, but like I don't know, I just put it in. Now it's like $1. It's nothing really big. Giant Hand, it's good against like something like defensive. You could go in against a Soul Charge, but like usually like against like opponents when after like a Soul Charge or like Pleiades or Dweller is kind of better. Rhapsody is basically a double DD Crow, and then he allows you to pump up to attack over. He can attach himself to pump up something. It's very good. It makes your opponent's Soul Charges weak. Cannon Gorgon, he's just very, I don't know, he's good against like opposing, like I guess Floodgates if you have him, and just Cowboy just for time. This should probably just be Ragnar Zero. It's a preference, but yeah. Oh, Cannon Gorgon also just You know, just opponents opposing targeting. So I don't know, I like Category. That's it for the extra, and then we'll do side. So you have 3 Max C. This is like the card of the format. I don't main deck Max C. I don't like it because there's like too many hat mirrors. And it's like bad, and against Gear, it's like horrible. But like against like Mermail, like Mythic Ruler, Lightsworn Ruler, Sylvan, basically opposing Soul Charge decks is very good. It's also shit for Spoojin if anyone plays that crap deck. DD Crow, literally good versus everything. This card I might just honestly just put in my main. Because like it can stop an opposing artifact. It's also good against like soul charges and also good against what else? It just has applications for almost every match except for like Gears. I think is like the only matchup it really doesn't have any application. I think it's maybe if you hit an MK2, you get lucky. Yeah. So then I do side the hands. I just side 2 and 2. They're kind of like cloggy. That's my problem with them. If you open up too many, it's like too cloggy and too many normal summons in your deck. But like they out like opposing things, and they're like a pain for your opponent to out. So like they would have to make an XYZ, and like by making an XYZ, they're playing into the back row and getting hit by like a Fiendish Chain or Practice Go, Traptrix, Nightmare, or Bottomless. So yeah, so like, and they're also like good against like skill drain decks. And then just 2 noblemen. These are for like opposing hands and for Gear. I'm not too sure about this card. I think this card is kind of mediocre. And then just a black horn for Gear. Yeah, it's just mainly Gear. That's the only real matchup. And then just like to search off Mermello. There's an Acid Trap Hole and T-Dark Trap Hole. Yeah, Acid Trap Hole is just meant to out Gear. Yeah, just Gear. And also, I guess he could also out a hand if you want, but I don't know. I don't really sign in versus opposing hand matches. And Deep Dark Track Hole is versus, I just guess maybe like Sylvans or Mythic Ruler. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Yeah, so I guess that's it for the cat deck profile. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and let guys know if you want any other hat content. Thanks.